All right, so here's an overview of what we are planning to do with our RC racetrack. We've got a fire pit here. We'll clean that up shortly, but to the far right is a way into the woods. That will be the entrance to the racetrack. And to the far left is another entrance. We're gonna make that a do not enter, because when we get our track built, this will be the entrance. We'll be going counterclockwise. The tree line that you're seeing here, notice the ferns. Our plan is to cut down the ferns and make the entire length a straightaway. So from the left here, where you see the ferns and the entrance, all the way to the right, all that will be cut down, and that will be a nice straightaway. This is the entrance to the woods, and this will be part of our track. So as you're seeing here, we've done this over the years. We've used these two entrances to dump tree branches, cut down trees, grass clippings, and so forth. This is a famous rock in a famous photo that we have in the family years ago when we built the house. Our mom's first visit here, she and the kids were in the backyard, her grandchildren, and she stood on this rock, and we have a photo of her with a badminton racket, and she's posing. This rock is much larger than it looks. It's just overgrown right now. That will be cleaned up. And this is the idea for the name of our track. This will be called Shirley's Rock Speedway. So if we go into the woods here, following this future track, to the left, everything to the left here will be part of the track. When we break ground, we're going to be cutting down all these branches, the skinny trees and so forth. And again, we're now looking to my left, and let's give you that perspective here. So there's the rock. Okay, there's the house. This is where we just came into the woods. And so everything you can see here will be cleaned up, and the track will be created within these woods. Now, if I go to the right, go back straight now, if we're going deeper into the woods, the future development is to make a straightaway, a smoothed out speedway on the outer loop. We're gonna call it the outer loop. And the outer loop will go down here and to the left. And let me show you here, all the way straight down to the other entrance. And as I'm walking here, remember, to the left now is the house and the rock. We're behind the future track. Okay, this is all going to be a construction area. So there'll be an inner loop, and the inner loop will be where we do the crawling, where we'll have our off-road. We'll make various obstacles. We're going to make a pretty decent track. We're going to have miniatures in there as well. Maybe a ranch, who knows, a gas station. Just think of a future track that looks somewhat like a model railroad, a giant model railroad that you might see in an exhibit or a hobby store. Now, the outer loop, as I was saying, when we come in on the outside here of this track, just look to the right, this all will be part of the outer loop, where we get to just go in straight, fast lines here on the track. Okay? Now we're gonna leave most of the natural elements. You see the boulders, the thicker trees, all that's gonna remain, and we're gonna have tracks. We'll have bridges, obstacles, you name it, will be here for us. Grandkid, neighborhood kids can come back here and do their RC that is the plan right now. So Saturday, tomorrow, we will be breaking ground, clean up all the low-lying branches, the skinny, useless trees, because we want people to be able to walk. When you do RC cars, you generally are walking with your crawlers, with your off-road vehicles. You're walking next to them, so it's going to be nice and clear, and get all the leaves, rake things up. This track will not be built in a week. It may not be built in a month, but over the weeks, upcoming weeks, we'll be doing a chalk line outline, and the outer loop will be easy, of course. That is for future development. As I walk further down, okay, notice here, this is still the trail in the back of the woods. If I turn, there's no need to go back here. All right, so behind the house, or these houses, is about 300 acres of undeveloped area. Okay, I believe it is partially owned by the town and a family who owned over 900 acres of land here in our part of town. Okay, guys, so if we are making a left now, remember, just think of a giant square, a rectangle, okay? So we're now making the second left, and this is where we would come out. This would be one way, counterclockwise. So my first entrance would be the entrance to the speedway, where the boulder is, and then we'll have a do not enter sign somewhere here as we come out the other end. So let's take another look here on the inner loop. Again, it looks like a lot of work, guys. Seriously, a lot of work. That's why this will not be done in a month. This will be built for the summer, and we come out the entrance here, or I'm sorry, the exit, and notice if we make a left, okay, we're back where the fern is, and this will be one big straight for the speedway. We'll carve out a spot up here that will be for a little parking area for our vehicles. And the goal is to do a lot of miniatures in here. So that boulder typically would be considered a mountain, okay? So we'll do miniatures. We'll do, as I go around the backyard here, okay? We've got plenty of parking over there by the driveway. You can see my mom's Chevy over there, and we've got a pit, a fire pit there, and that is the view of the overall picture of our backyard and future development. Now, if we're standing directly in front of this area, we plan to have a banner that will hang up somewhere in the trees, okay? And then this, you'll see the banner, it will be called Shirley's Rock Speedway. That's the plan. And yeah, looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of work. It looks tough here. Even on video, it looks like it's a lot of work. But the goal is, I think we're gonna have 6 of us tomorrow that's gonna just spend 2 hours, clear as much as possible, and leave all the big natural elements of the area, and we'll walk through. All right. Well, hopefully we'll do an update and show you where we've made some progress in the next couple of weeks.